hope everyone is doing well. Everyone, welcome to the ones that are here with us today, and welcome to everyone in the social media world. We give you a great big hello, and I hope you are feeling great. Well, I am Coach Kimmy Dudley, and I am here with my Coach Terrence, Coach T, and we have Coach Kiki. She's a little bit under the weather, so she's not going to join us this morning. But Coach T,
hey. And unstoppable day. And like I said, it's a feel great day. So thank you guys for joining us here in person, here in the beautiful South Florida. And we thank you all who's watching us online, whether you're watching us live or whether you're watching us in the replay from everywhere across the world. We're so excited to be talking to you about this great lifestyle change that's it's been helping us make changes in our lifestyle. And hopefully, if you stick and stay, you'll find a way to see how we can help you. Right, Coach Ken?
That's right. Absolutely. Thank you. We are losing weight and looking great, losing medications, feeling good.
Yes.
We're going to share with you today, and we want you to tag someone to come in. And we like participation too. So not only in-house here, but all of you out there that are joining us live, we're going to ask you to participate. When we give you that little T to put in a 1, put in a 2, then come on and just join us, because you're right here with us.
Yes.
Absolutely. And we're in a beautiful house here. We're just so excited.
Yes, I'm so excited, and I don't need a mic, y'all. I do this for a living, so I know how to talk loud. But Coach Kimmy, Coach Key in the back, I'm so pleased to be sharing this stage with you, and also sharing our why. We're going to be sharing information with you guys today, not only about what we're utilizing to live the lifestyle that we're living, but we're going to be talking to you about why we decided to do this.
Yes.
And for you guys, if you are watching us online especially, or if you're watching us here right in front, pull out a pen, pull out a paper. We're going to give you some good information.
Yes.
But I want to start with talking about why, if you don't mind.
That's fine with me.
And I love acronyms. I talk about acronyms all the time. And the acronym for why stands for two things. Two things, whether you're talking about your pain point or whether you're talking about your pleasure point. So let's talk about the pain point. Why? Why stands for what hurts you. What was hurting me is, as you see, this yummy around the tummy. It was hurting me. I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes in 2019. So a little over 6 years ago, I've been struggling, first of all, with trying to fight it, and number two, not trying to claim it. But I know it's hurting me. Now, y'all might be looking at me, I'm fine, I'm on college, I don't care. But what we don't recognize is what's hurting us is on the inside.
Yes.
What's hurting us doesn't always show up on the outside. My smile might fool you, but on the inside, my body's telling me some different things. We're going to talk to you a little bit about, in this presentation, another acronym, A1C. That's basically your sugar level. And my sugar level was higher than it needed to be for my age and for what I'm doing. And I'll tell you a little bit more about the story as we go along. But that's my why. I want you to think about your why. What's hurting you? We're gonna go through a slide in a couple of minutes, and we're gonna talk to you about some things that typically are hurting us from a metabolic standpoint, from a medical standpoint. And when you see something, we're gonna ask you to say something. Whether you're here in the audience or whether you're on the screen, you can just type it in the chat. If this applies to you, this is what's hurting you. And then we're going to give you a solution for the other why. Like I said, note takers, if the first why is what's hurting you, we're going to give you a solution to what can help you if you stick and stay. All right, so we're going to turn it over to our resident, all things health, Coach K.
All right, so that was awesome. Why? I learned something, and I'm proud of that. What's hurting you? And my why is when before we're going to start our presentation here, when you talk about why, what hurts me, I've been fortunate to really have pretty good health, but I'm diagnosed with pre-diabetic, which that is one that I do want to not be classified as pre-diabetic anyway. So that means you're always diabetic, but you're not diabetic, right? And a family history of diabetes. So I'm here to help you to eradicate disease in my life. That's my why. I want to see people come off their medications. I'm really trying to save your life. That's what we're here. We want to save lives. And we're going to begin our presentation this morning to show you exactly how we're working together to do that. So let's begin. This is the Feel Great. It's simple actions and incredible results. Incredible results. Now, the plagues of prosperity have one thing in common. And as we look at this picture here, we have type 2 diabetes. Anyone with type 2 diabetes, put a 2 in the chat. Type 2 diabetes. What about a history of stroke? Maybe even in your family, you had a history of stroke. Heart disease, which we know is the #1 killer right now. The #1 killer in the world is heart disease. High blood pressure. Many people suffer with that and on medications. And sarcopenia, that's the wasting away of the bone and the muscles. In men, erectile dysfunction. Anyone, if you've experienced any of those symptoms, just put a 1 in the chat for that. Alzheimer's disease, which is now labeled as a type 3 diabetes. Arthritis, and there are different forms of arthritis. Inflammation, fatty liver disease, PCOS in women, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome, where you have a problem and you have trouble getting pregnant, okay? Childhood obesity from a kid. It might have always labeled you as being that chubby kid. Osteoarthritis and dementia, migraines. All of these are plagues of prosperity, okay? And let's look at the next one. What's causing this? Insulin. And when we look at this picture, we think about an insulin injection. We're going to educate you today, which is great. This is free education. Everyone needs to apply this. Okay? We're going to look at this insulin. We think about only diabetics take insulin, right? Well, there are symptoms of what we call insulin resistance. You see a lot on this chart. Everything that I mentioned here, especially the skin tags, and you may have skin tags, especially in the areas around the neck or your face, maybe in your armpits, your groin. These are signs of insulin resistance. And no, it's not because mama had it and great aunt had it and dad had it that it's okay, and it's hereditary. Even with type 2 diabetes, but we have a lot of symptoms here. You have your cravings for sugar, all of the ones you're constantly hungry, you just can't seem to lose weight. Okay, and one that's very important in that corner, that's the obesity and the abdominal area. You have the subcutaneous fat, which is that you can jiggle, but the most important one is the visceral fat, that's the fat that lines the organs. That's the type that kills you. Okay, so there are many, many others here for men and women. So we're going to look at insulin resistance. If you're hungry, tired of your meals, then these are all symptoms of insulin resistance. In the United States, this is a snapshot. There's 30.3 million people that have diabetes. Anyone joining us here or online, diabetes. Put in there TD. Just type in TD in there that you have diabetes. That's about 1 out of every 10 people have diabetes. 1 out of 4 don't know they have diabetes. Okay? Big numbers here, right? Now, what causes insulin resistance? We saw that picture of the insulin on the bottom. Okay? But insulin is a natural hormone that we all have in our body. It's too much insulin in the bloodstream. Now, what causes too much insulin? The things that we eat and the things that we drink. Okay? I'm going to pass the mic on and I'm going to ask Coach T. We're going to come on and we're going to continue. And we're going to talk a little bit about where does high insulin come from.
So, insulin, that fatty, that dangerous, that thing that always seems to be working on the inside, but you don't know what's going on. Some of the main places where it comes from is something we take for granted. It's from our fats, our proteins, and our carbs. You know, and it looks like when you look at this, the major amount of where the insulin comes from is the carbs that we're supposed to be having in our diet. However, if you also look at the blue on here, you'll see that a lot of it, a small amount of it, comes from the fats that you eat. But I want you to look at it in the inverse, because how many of you are eating the carbs? And how many of you are eating the fats? Now, when we talk about the fats, when we talk about the carbs, we talk about the carbs in the meats that you eat, the carbs in the vegetables that you eat. When we talk about the fats, we talk about the fats that maybe you're eating too much of. We talk about those late night potato chips. Now, my wife's not here, so I'm talking about the J's, the Lay's, all those other barbecue, you know, who puts the hot sauce inside of the chips just to make it even better? Yes, there's some people out here, we won't say that. But all those things, they don't help with the insulin. They make the insulin in your body work harder. And as we move to the next slide, then we can talk a little bit more. So, we're talking about a lot these days about processed food versus natural food. You know, we're got some tariffs going on right now, so it's going to be a little bit harder to get natural food. So what does that mean we're going to do, Coach Penny? We're going to be going down that center aisle in the grocery store, getting all the processed stuff, all the bad stuff, where all the fiber has been stressed from this. Home, we'll put it up on the screen as well. Look at the rice. Rice, when it comes out of the ground, nice and brown, nice and natural. Then it goes through the process. It ends up turning like the white rice that you get in the grocery store. You feel that they have told you this is great, this is good for you, but they don't start you off all the things that have happened before that. They don't tell you how much of the fiber, how much of the good stuff is stripped away before it makes it to your grocery store and then ultimately makes it to your table. These are things you're not going to hear on mainstream TV, and that's why we're doing this today, not only to let you know about this, but to give you information about things you can do differently right now after this presentation today to have a more healthy and wealthy lifestyle. This is the culprit. I wish I could just bring the camera up here just to see your face. We'll probably put it on these slides on the recording so that you can see all of these different foods. So it's not your fault entirely. So I can look on here, you know, I love me some Nestle. Ooh, yes, I love me some chocolate. I love me some chocolate. Cookies. I don't even look at it. I just know how it tastes. It makes me feel good.
Yeah, that's right.
But what we don't recognize. It's what feels good on the outside. It's not good on the inside. Say that again.
Right.
Absolutely. So we're going to name a couple of things. Again, that's really my approach. What's your approach? Pepsi, who drinks Pepsi? Okay, me neither. But I will drink Coca-Cola. I will drink the same thing. Like a different company. Right? And then again, so
It's loaded with sugar.
What about diet sodas?
Diet sodas,
yeah.
they're not, they're even worse than the regular sodas.
And why is it?
Well, regular, they're just not good. They have artificial ingredients in them for one, with diet sodas.
Mhm.
The regular sodas, like whatever the name is, Coke, Sprite, they're loaded with sugar. So they're not good for you.
Yeah.
They don't help us to lose anything. In fact, they hurt us more on the inside.
Mhm.
And they're not gonna lose the weight.
Mhm. Yeah. And that's not what they say in the advertising. The advertising is good. Coke Zero. So it's so much better. I Coke Zero. Yeah, it's just stick with the zero. That's it. And you think about your cereals. Yeah, Frosted Flakes. That was my sugar growing up. Just the sugar and then the processed milk, and it's just an all bad explode. So it's not your fault because you've been trained. You've been trained by the media. You've been trained by your family. You know, your mama used to do it. Your daddy used to do it. Your brothers and sisters, they all hate this. And so it's not your fault. We understand that. But one thing if you don't need it with anything else today, you're gonna learn that once you become aware, you gotta take action.
When you know better, you're gonna do better.
When you know better, you do.
And even when you said that, mom did it, that we ate it, because I remember I ate Captain Crunch as a kid
Mm-hmm.
and Fruit Loops.
Mm-hmm.
But those foods now that they're not even making them the same way that they were then. And maybe we were a lot more active when we were children than what we are now. That plays a big part in childhood. Are those sweetened cereals?
Yes.
That are really causing the children and adults to stay obese.
Yeah, absolutely. You can look at statistics, you can look at YouTube videos, you can look at network news, and you can see that they're talking about the society that we had back in the 70s. I know some of y'all sitting out in the audience probably wasn't born in the 70s, but for you guys who are watching us online, you probably know what it was back then. We were much healthier.
Yes.
But as we've gotten into the 80s, into the 90s, we've gotten new technology. Sometimes new technology isn't better than technology. Sometimes the technology helps the bottom line, but it doesn't help your bottom line.
And you know what's important too? They're making that comment too. There are 4-year-olds that have been diagnosed with fatty liver disease. 4-year-olds. 4 children their livers are consuming fat.
Yeah.
Because of all the foods that they're eating that aren't healthy.
Absolutely.
We're gonna go green. All right, let's go to our next. Now, this is a good topic. Now, this is one that Coach Key talks about really, really well. But we're gonna let her slide for this. She's been recovering. And we're gonna stretch our hands to her and say, recover all, Coach Key.
Mm-hmm. Help.
Now, if you can see, this man is really stretching here. And he's even sweating it out because trying to reach your health goals can be overwhelming. You have your modern food environment, which we just talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we've got so many choices of restaurants. We pass by those drive-throughs. We can go in those drive-throughs and order a number 6 and get us a biggie size if we want it. You know, that's the stress because you're working and you just don't have enough time with the working family. You may not pull that crock pot out, so it's easy to go in and get a 2 for $5.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a lot easier. We live in a microwave society. We live in an instant gratification society. So what do? We go for what's easy. We go for what's quick. You know, and it's so much easier. So much easier to drive through that drive-through, pick it up and go. I mean, Amazon even set up stores where you can go in, pick it up, click, and go out. You don't even have to talk to nobody. You know? So it's so easy to do that than to come home and make a healthy, balanced meal.
Yes.
Or go to your backyard and grow your tomatoes.
And grow.
Grow
it's coming back to it.
Yeah.
It's definitely coming back.
Absolutely. But you mentioned, so it's our food environment, but then it's also work.
Yes.
You know, I can talk about work. You know, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a full-time employee.
Mhm.
I cover 8 different properties here in South Florida, so I'm constantly going back and forth. And, it's not an 80-hour week job. Sometimes it's 95. Sometimes it's 100. Sometimes I don't work Monday to Friday. I'm working on Saturdays and Sundays. And that takes away from your ability to do some of the right things. Sometimes because you got to go to work and you can't take a full hour for lunch, what are you doing? You're grabbing that McDonald's and you're eating and working, eating and working. And snacking. And sitting, snacking, stress. Yes. What do people do when they're stressed?
When they're stressed, they snack.
They eat.
We're gonna tell you a little bit more about what happens when you snack and when you eat too. A little bit more in our presentation.
Mhm.
We're gonna tell you exactly how you can overcome that too.
Absolutely.
Okay. And then look at this one, Coach T, decision fatigue. As you just said, with everything, and I know I'm busy too. I'm a busy person with many of the jobs and the hats that I wear. And you have to make a decision about your job or what are you going to do if you're over people. All of those things cause that willpower stretch. Where you just can't keep yourself on that steady, prioritize your health because the willpower is really important.
Right. Absolutely.
And this one is the
time. You get 186 hours in a week. Now, when you think about that, if you're only working 40 hours, that's half the time right there.
That's it.
Some people aren't getting the 7 to 8 hours of sleep that you're supposed to get. Many of them need 4 or 5 hours of sleep. And then what do when you're groggy, when you don't have enough sleep? Then you want to go to get that caffeine so that you can get pumped up. And where do you get the caffeine? From all the wrong foods.
All around foods.
4 cups of coffee instead of 1 cup of coffee. So all those things, they come back. They all work together to work on you. And as we said before, he doesn't look that bad on the outside. He's smiling while he's stretched. But you can see he's stretched. And we don't want you to be stressed. We want you to be able to have a work-life balance. We want you to still be able to work, but have a healthy alternative so that you can continue to work, so you can be balanced, and so you can feel great. And so we don't want this for you anymore.
That's right, no more. Okay. Now, this is really good too. This is another Coach Key. But we're going to talk about this. This is GLP-1. And we have on the synthetic GLP-1 versus the natural GLP-1. GLP-1 is naturally produced in our bodies. Okay? But now the synthetic, which many are using right now with the injections, you can see that it's a quick way to lose weight and to stop the hunger.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's a quick fix that you've been told that can help you with your why. Remember, we talked about the why. What hurts you? Well, what's hurting you is your health. So they came up with this split quick fix, this microwave society, this instant gratification. All you got to do is now take a shot, and it's gonna solve the problem. What? I ain't gotta work out anymore? No, take a shot. I ain't gotta eat right anymore? No, take a shot. I ain't gotta watch what I'm putting in and out of my body? No, take a shot. Wow. And you look good, you feel good. I can't say the names of those commercials, but you see all the commercials, they're smiling, they're skipping, they're all this energy. But what did I say to you? What it looks like on the outside.
That's right.
They're telling you what's happening on the inside.
And with that, we're not gonna stay on that really, because we don't want to beat you up, but we want to really educate you because there are a lot of side effects.
Mm-hmm.
And the side effects being that you do lose weight quickly, but there are so many symptoms that you can have, whether your stomach just tightens up, they call it gastroparesis, your stomach just tightens up, your eyes, you can lose your eyesight, thyroid cancer. There are so many side effects to that because you just went quick.
Absolutely.
As opposed to the natural GLP-1, which is in the Unicity, we're going to tell you more about that. This will enhance your production by 70% natural. It's all plant-based. So would you rather have something that's going to give you side effects or something that's plant that's going to cause you to really
Yeah.
be healthy. I rather have plants. What about you?
I'd rather have the natural.
What we say, plants?
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
nobody rather have plants? Or would you rather have something that's man-made, chemically made?
It's quick, you get it back quick.
Right. Say that again.
But that, do you want to lose it quick, or do you want to gain it back?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
And if you guys are digging what we're putting down in the chat, just go ahead and put it in the chat. Say yes, give us a one if you're understanding what you're hearing. If you got any questions, you can also put them in the chat, and we'll go back and we'll talk about them at the end.
All right, now we're try. This is an excellent graphic. You want to talk about this a little bit?
So it talks about the GLP, total return of sweet cravings. Now, the most important thing I see is that last part.
Yeah.
2 years.
It says total.
Total. So you take that shot. Say shot.
Shot.
Yeah, you take that shot today, and maybe a month later you take that shot. Say shot.
Shot.
And now you done lost 10 pounds. Oh, you feeling good. You feeling good. So month 3 comes along and you want to take that
Shot.
and now you done lost 30 pounds. I'm telling you that not only have you lost the weight, but you may have lost some bone structure.
Bones.
You may have lost some muscle.
Mhm.
And then you may also probably have lost, and this is the most important thing, your discipline.
That's good. That's
Your
good.
discipline.
Mhm.
Because you're not doing all the other things, you're just taking the shot. And then you'll find that 6 months from then, you lost 30 pounds, but now you gained 5 pounds. 8 months from now, you're still taking a shot, but you're not disciplined. And now you got
Put it on more.
putting on more. And then you look 2 years later, everything that you might have lost, you gained back. You were taking that shot, and you wasn't doing all the other things.
That's right. It's very important.
But we've got some good news for you. There's a way that you can avoid taking the shots, do it naturally, and you won't have that roller coaster ride. We're not talking about diets around here. We're talking about a lifestyle change. So let's talk about what we are doing. It's not a program. It's not a diet. It's not a shot. It's something that you can do a little bit more. I love it. Well, what is it, Coach Ken?
Well, it's finally something simple. Let's say that. Simple.
Simple.
Everybody likes simple.
Yes.
Nothing complicated, okay? Our approach is to feel great. Who wants to feel great?
No, I don't.
We don't want to feel great, right? We don't want to be sick. We don't want to continue to have medications. We don't want to continue to have type 2 diabetes. It's designed to bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be. And the feel great approach is simple. And I know when you think about where you want to be, think about where you are right now. And where everyone has goals where they want to be. Whether even if, when we're specifically talking about health, but even financial wise, where do you want to be in the next month? So we're here to tell you with your health, there are 2 food-based products that we use. It's called Unimonte and Balance. And it's time-based eating pattern. So we have fiber, we have the Unimonte, which helps us to fast. So we fast in fiber. Let me tell you how. Finally, something simple and it's delicious. There's no side effects to it. There's no bad taste to it. We wake up in the morning and we have our Unimonte, which is this. This is my drink. We can have hot or cold. We have 3 flavors here: the lemon ginger, and the apple spice, which is seasonal. So we gotta get some more of that before it goes. You get up in the morning and you sit. We don't have breakfast because what does the word breakfast mean?
Break
fast. We don't break our fast, and we're going to show you that when you naturally fast, how your body starts to really heal itself, which is amazing. Then we take our balance 10 minutes before every meal, and the balance will tell you a little bit more about that too. comes in natural orange and a mixed berry flavor. They taste good. Very, very good. We have that before usually before our largest meal. We'll take the balance of the fiber. Now, this is a simple system with powerful results. And let's get
Fat burn.
with the insulin, you can see this line, there's a line here. So when you wake up in the morning, once you take the Unimonte, your infirmary is burning. You're burning. You're still burning the fat. You're burning the fat. And when you take your first meal, after about you fast, maybe about 15, 16, 18 hours, you're actually fasting because you haven't had breakfast. You may not have your lunch. Maybe like me typically, I might eat about my lunch break is 1 o'clock. I might yesterday I ate to 2:30, and I wasn't really hungry. We had that pizza coming, right? So the first is my Unimonte. Okay, I take my drink, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what Herbalante is. What it is, it's plant-based. It's made from the Herbalante plant from South America. Okay, a little bit about that. But once I take my meal, take my first meal, you can see the graph here. As soon as you eat without the Herbalante, it goes, your insulin level goes high. Right? But when you take the Unimonte, it levels here. You don't peak. Your insulin level doesn't peak as high as without. Then you see, and usually when you eat, your insulin level goes up and it stays up for about 4 hours until it starts to come down. You see how the flame is coming down. Okay, and you're ready to start to take your balance. When you take your balance, 10 minutes before your meal, you wait a little bit and you take the balance and you eat, and you can see the difference in the high peak on the insulin without it and the lower peak because the balance is doing its job. And you're still burning, you're burning the fat. Let's say fat burning. Now, balance. This is more than just fiber. And I love the balance. It's a pre-meal drink formulated to provide critical fiber. And remember, we shared with you how fiber has been stripped from our diets. Okay, all of the restaurants, the fast food places, there's no more fiber. They've taken away. They've taken the fiber out. So when we take the balance, it helps us with satiety, so we're full. And when you're full, you're not going to want to what? You're not going to want to eat. Okay? And it helps to slow the digestion of carbs. We talked a little bit about carbs. Everything now, with it being stripped, with no fiber, you're eating more carbs. Anything that's processed, anything that's boxed, anything that's packaged is loaded with carbs. No fiber for carbs. It helps to keep your blood glucose level, so, and your insulin, your cholesterol, and your triglyceride levels. Okay, this helps. We have 4 packaging blends. Okay, you're gonna come and help us. This Coach Keith, good. Come on. I'm gonna let you do that part.
So, like Coach Kennedy was saying about balance, you need to have this during your heaviest meal. Not put emphasis on your heaviest meal because you can have your heaviest either at lunchtime or at dinner, right? You take it 10 minutes prior, and then you're going to go ahead and consume your meal. So when we talk about heaviest meal, when you think of a heavy meal, what do you think of? Anybody? Right.
Yeah.
Okay, macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
Something that's high in carbs,
Yeah.
right? It's usually higher. We had a graph earlier that showed pretty much 75% of the graph is made up of carbs, right? And the carbs turn into sugar. So what balance does is 35 to 40% of those carbs that cause you to have the sugar to clog up your arteries, to bring in the extra fat, the balance consumes it.
Yes.
So that way your body does not hold it to continue gaining weight. Okay, so that's why I wanted to hop in about balance, because when you drink the balance, see if I'm here, you fill this up about maybe 6 ounces of water.
6 to 8 ounces.
And once you put the balance in, you shake it up real good, and you drink it right there and then. You do not let it sit. Yes, it will start to foam up a little bit, so don't freak out. Because I've had some people freak out about it. I'm like, no, just drink it.
Just drink it. Yeah, it's good.
It tastes pretty good. So, like Coach Kim was saying, is gives you satiety, so that way you're not hungry, you're not craving. And majority of the ones that are on this right now, they tell me that they can't even finish their food.
That's right.
Like, so they start eating after they're taking their balance, wait those 10 minutes, and then halfway into their meal, they're like, you know what? I'm good. I'm full. And they end up having that for leftovers, right? Like I said, slower digestion of the carbs, as we spoke on earlier, helps with your blood glucose, your insulin, cholesterol, and triglyceride levels. Okay, because people get scared of the word fat. Fat is elite, right? You have your unsaturated, you have your saturated, and then you have your triglycerides. Triglycerides are the ones that are the bad fats. When you roll the tide and you get your little 3 piece, all of that, triglycerides. Think about that taking up your heart, right? Clogging up your arteries. That's what it does. Thing is, do you know what else affects our bodies? Rather than the tummy and everything else?
What else?
Our heart,
Yes. Okay.
our brain,
Mm-hmm.
it's made of fat.
Fat.
It has
Know that.
saturated fat.
Good.
So that's something that I tell people, don't be afraid when you hear the word, just know what type of fats you're putting into your body. Because you do have healthy fats, like avocado, seeds and nuts.
That's right.
Then,
That is.
then certain butters like these,
Mm-hmm.
not lard, right? Not none of that margarine that come in the tub, but because it's $2, that's why it's
That's right.
wrapped up.
Mm-hmm.
So let's be mindful of that. So the next thing is, you want to talk about?
Yeah, and want to make sure point there that the patent, and when it's patented, that means nobody else is going to be able to duplicate this. We can compare this fiber. It has 7 different types of fiber here. Okay, 7 times technology that unicity has, as opposed to say mechanization. It only has 1 gram of fiber. This has 7. So that's very, very important. And it also has vitamins and minerals in it too. So you get a really good.
So this is the Unimate. I'm an intermittent fast, okay? I fast 18 hours a day. It's just nature now. Unimate helps me to continue doing it. It shuts out the food noise, it shuts out the cravings, and it boosts your mood, your energy. So you feel great all day. I'm not loud. I'm not loud. You can enjoy this anytime. Like I said, I just drink Unimate during my work shift, and I try to be done with it by 4:30 or 5. And the reason being is because what happens, Mom?
I can't sleep.
She want to be up 11 o'clock at night. They get live. Lit up.
Yeah, photogenic acid, we're talking about that. It's natural caffeine.
Yes, that's what caffeine. So those who may say, oh, I can't do that, it has caffeine, I'm caffeine sensitive. It's not that type of caffeine.
Yeah, that's right.
It's not the one that you get where America runs on, and you already know the rest.
Exactly.
Right? So when you take this caffeine, it's natural. And so Kimmy will talk about that a little bit later.
Mm-hmm.
But it helps you to go ahead and suppress the hunger and cravings by using your stored fat for fuel. So those that know me know I did keto, and we were real big about the liver creating enzymes of the ketones. And those ketones are what would eat the fat that was stored in your body. So imagine this, boosting that up. It's already boosting the GLP-1 up to 70%.
Yeah.
Then it's helping you to get to ketosis, where your liver is creating those ketones to burn fat. So you're a fat burning machine. Literally. When you're not eating, you're a fat burning machine. And this helps you to continue doing that. Boost your mood, mental, and physical performance. So if you want the ones that's at work and you start to close your eyes because you're like, I'm so tired.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Listen, when I tell you you're going to be up and moving, jumping, hopping, that's what it does. It keeps you going.
Let me put a pin in that. I'm just thinking of that. When you said boost your mood, as opposed to the synthetic, which one of the side effects is suicidal ideation, okay, depression, and anxiety. This actually, as we said, it boosts your mood.
Yes.
So it's going to take away those symptoms that you've been having. And some people, depression is real.
Oh, yeah.
And this helps to calm.
Yep, anxiety and depression.
And
Yeah, I actually had a testimonial come from me, come from one of the young ladies that's on this, and she was on it for very, like, maybe a good 4 days. And she called me to say, hey, I don't know if I'm tripping, but usually I'm going to anxiety when I'm waiting in the line to pick up my door. And she said, I don't feel like that. She said, I actually feel real good. And since that conversation, which was back in September of last year, she no longer suffers with the anxiety and depression. So that in itself plays a major part, because just like Coach Kim was saying, suicide is real.
Yeah.
And I feel a lot of it comes from when you're taking certain things that suppress you from being able to live life.
Mhm.
You see food and you can't eat it
You
because
can't
it makes
eat
you
it.
sick.
Right.
That's suicidal thoughts to
That's
me.
right. That's anxiety.
You can't enjoy it.
That's right.
And then why would you subject yourself to something like that? So this helps with that. For those that like exercise, stay away from them protein shakes. Okay, stay away from those bars that say they can have you endure 2-3 hours.
It's true.
Drink Unamate. This gives you that endurance. It'll push you through all the activities that you're doing in the gym, whether you're walking, strength training, or whatever it is. It builds up that endurance that way you can push through. Promotes a healthy digestion, and that goes hand in hand with the balance as well.
Yes. The side effects from that, with that shot, you see that
Shot.
is constipation.
Yes.
And some people have really, really
Yes. This is reverse people that have IBS. Your
Crohn's disease.
Crohn's disease. They have reversed that. They don't even say they suffer from that anymore. And like I said, everything is, like my mom says, your second brain is your gut.
That's right.
You know, and we don't think about that. All we're thinking about is, hey, I gotta get to the gym, I gotta push these weights, but it don't matter. That's 20%. 80%, well, I say 15%. 85% comes from what you eat.
What you do. That's right.
Um,
It's true.
Then also, this product is high quality purification. It's free from contaminants and pesticides.
Mhm.
It goes through a whole process. If you look at the bottom right here, 1 is hand picking, 2 is fire roasting, 3 is extraction,
Mhm.
4 is concentration, and 5 is purification. Okay,
I
so
do.
that plays a major part for me, especially when I think of a lot of our processed foods. It
Mhm.
comes from the chemical side. By the time you get your food into this place where they go ahead and process it up,
Mhm.
it hits our shelves, you're eating nothing. You're eating something that's just gonna kill you. It strips every possible healthy
Every
thing
part.
out,
That's true.
and fiber is one.
Yeah.
We do not get fiber. That's just bottom line.
It's true. Very true.
So what makes these products different? I mean, yeah, we've been going through all the verbiage. I was sitting up here like a mini professor. But at the end of the day, what makes these products so different than what's on the market right now? First off, this product is not per se on the market. And the reason being is because the way that big pharma rolls is
That's right.
they need sick people.
We
Why
need
would I
sick
offer
people.
something to you that can help you to heal you, to reverse ailments? That's not gonna help make the pharmacy industry rich.
That's right.
That's not gonna help your doctor
Pharma.
keep his big house on the website. Okay, so. Wanna take this?
Now, this is how we do things at UNICEF. We have a dedicated in-house scientists and specialists. And what I love about this community is, and that's, I guess, one of my whys too that Coach T was talking about. We have people that care, actually scientists, people who have written books. I have my book here at the end, Why We Get Sick. These doctors have invested and they see the benefit, the real benefit. So we have a community of scientists and specialists. We have third-party certifications and partnerships, which is very important. And you can see the NSF, you see the last one, which is the really, I think, most fantastic one. And you can look this up, it's pdr.net. And this is the physician's digital reference. Every doctor, when you go into that office and he gives you a prescription, each one of those, he has to look in there to see, okay, well, let me see what this one's going to treat, this treat. And then it has the side effects listed all along there. Well, this unicity, the Herbamate, is listed in the PDR, but you know what? That metamucil is not, it's not in there because it's natural and plant-based.
And I wanna tap in on that. With the PDR, we use it, a lot, where I work. And one thing that I was doing, I was just tapping along in it. And I said, you know what? Let me type in semaglutide.
Oh.
So when I typed it in, I was like, okay. So I go to the AEs, which are the adverse events. And it literally is a lineup of so many problems.
problem.
I was like, wait a second, why are people taking this? Like, and it breaks it down for you to show you what can happen immediately,
Mhm.
what can happen in the delay, which means it can be anywhere 3 to 6 months, and what can happen in the long term, right? So anything that's put on there, AEs are what people have actually experienced.
Mhm.
And a lot of experience that I've heard is the nausea, diarrhea, dizziness, lightheadedness,
Mhm. Thyroid cancer.
liver disease.
Yeah.
And these are all, and everything I'm saying
Yeah.
is what I've witnessed with one of my patients. I'm just being straight up. And it's sad, because at the end of the day, all they want to do is help themselves. And the first thing we do with helping ourselves is we have to move it. We have to move it, want it fast, want it quick, but not knowing that if you don't know the knowledge about how your body operates, I'm talking about yours, because what may work for me may not work for you, may not work for you, and so on and so forth. But once you do things naturally, your body will fall in line as it should.
And to make a real note on that too, again, this is not a weight loss product.
Mhm.
That's a side effect of the product.
Mhm.
Okay.
Clinical studies with leading hospitals and universities, that's what my field is in, is clinical trials. So I deal with a lot of the scientific background, and we do go hand in hand with Cleveland Clinic. So yeah, a lot of the stuff that you guys see on TV, the commercials, and like Coach T was saying, when they dance and doing all that stuff,
Right.
we've had trials for those, you know, and it goes through phases, goes through different phases before it gets to the TV where the FDA has approved it, which FYI, the FDA will never approve any natural substance.
That's a natural.
They will never do
There's no money in it.
no money. But guess what it does? It helps you. So
But it doesn't get to the root cause. Okay.
natural stuff does.
But natural does. But when we go to the physicians, even for those clinical studies, because there are clinical studies now that they're using with that quote weight loss drug that we've been talking about, that they actually pay people to come to take.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
But it's still just masking the problem. Your medications are masking the problem.
It's masking the
We
problem.
have the root cause.
It's increasing the pay. It's increasing
Yeah.
the
That's it.
dollar sign. That's what
That's
it's for. So yes, when we have our subjects come in and our subjects go through these trials, whether it's 6 months, whether it's 2 years, and we're watching you, we're asking these questions to find out what it's doing for you. If we have a significant amount of women that's lost weight on weight loss injections, that just helps us to be able to roll it out. So that way we're able to have it mainstream like you guys see now on social media and on TV. So that's the objective for it. It does help with clinical studies. Don't get me wrong. But now we have taken it to the point now that we're using that as if it's candy. Packing products, we spoke on that earlier, and then we also spoke on the ingredients. These ingredients are sourced directly from farmers, okay? Here is our guarantee.
Come on, Coach T. Take us
I
in.
love a guarantee. Everybody say guarantee.
Guarantee.
Now, you can think about some of the other things that you try to do in your life to get with your health and wellness journey. Did any of the things you tried before had a guarantee? Nobody in the room said yes. How are you? You guys online, put a 1. You guarantee, put a 0. If you did have a guarantee. Because that's what I'm guessing most of you guys are going to be saying that are watching this broadcast. This product, and I left mine back there, we got 3 bottles, so I'm turning it off morning long because I'm living this and I've seen the guarantee. Now we're going to talk about 2 guarantees real quick. The first guarantee is the guarantee on this product. If you try this product and it doesn't work for you, if you try this product and it doesn't work for you, not if you buy and use it as a coaster in your kitchen or bookshelf. If you try this product and it doesn't work for you, the company gives you a 90-day, no questions asked, full refund of your purchase price. Say 90 days.
90 days.
All right. Now let's talk about the second guarantee. I guarantee that if you try it, you're going to feel something different. And we're going to tell you at the end of what our personal journey has been throughout using this feel great system. And all we're going to speak to you from is from our own experience. And then we're going to talk to you about some other people that we know that have tried this product. And I guarantee you're going to see some transformations that you just stay in second. But 90-day guarantee, try the product, doesn't work for you. If you buy from one of us, we will make sure that you get your money back because we're not about your money, we're about your health and your wellness. Make sense? Let's go to the next slide. So this is what the packet looks like. So you get Unimate, which is the tea that we've been sipping on here, and then you get balance. We'll go into it more afterwards, but basically, this Unimate is this tea that you sip on all day. It helps you release the urge to crave, to grab those cookies, to grab those chips throughout the course of the day. And as part of the protocol, the 3 protocols, which is the 2 packets plus the intermittent fasting, this allows your body to start attacking what you've already stored to get rid of this yummy around the time. The balance, you take that 15 minutes before your big meal. So we do lunch, we do dinner, we take it 15 minutes before your meal. It fills and coats your stomach. So you're not going to eat as much as maybe you would. Instead of eating a whole pizza pie, maybe you're just going to eat 2 or 3 slices. You do that before your meals, and then the intermittent fasting, anywhere from 12 to 16 hours. When we go to the personal testimonies, I'll talk more about what I've been able to do in terms of intermittent fasting. Because y'all, I was a skeptic. You had to show me, and it's shown me what I've been able to do as a result of this. But this is what the kit looks like. And you get a nice little bottle if you buy the 30 packs a day. It looks just like this. And on the bottle, it is so super simple. It shows you how much water to add with the balance. It shows you how much water to add with the tea. Can't get any simpler than that. 1 packet, water. 1 packet, water. Intermittent fasting. 1, 2, 3. All right? So that's what it looks like. This is the Feel Great system in its simplicity.
Perfection. Thank you so much. The next slide is pretty much, hey, I think I'm it. Well, this is actually the testimonial slides, right?
Yeah.
As you can see, we have ourselves up there, and we'll tell you personally what we've gone through to accomplish what's been happening, right? You'll also see from some of our other people that are involved in the Unicity world. I always like to go here to Linda. She lost 120 pounds in 6 months, right? She's a truck driver, okay? She'll let you know that she was eating truck driver stuff, but she stuck to the protocol.
Yeah.
And if you can see the difference. I mean,
Last resort to for dialysis.
she had PCOS, she had diabetes, she had high cholesterol, she had everything. Literally, she was a walking time bomb. And she always talks about, and it gets to me because I think about our truck drivers, right? Because the truck drivers really don't have anything that they can eat that is right? So they resource whatever it is. You know, as they're driving, they're in traffic, they're dealing with these crazy people that can't drive, so they start snacking to keep their pressure down, but little do they know they're killing themselves, right? So she is one. For my men that suffer from the beer belly, like they call it, you can see our gentleman here, how he has literally taken this protocol and has revamped himself, right? So even here with Coach.
Coach, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Coach was a skeptic.
Yeah.
Coach was a skeptic too. And he said, okay, I'm going to try this stuff, but I'm going to eat whatever I want to eat.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat the same. I'm not going to change nothing that I eat. And look what happened.
Yeah. Because the thing is, you go in thinking, you know what, I'm not changing anything, I'm going to eat how I eat. And little do you know, you start to not feel hungry. You start to look up and you're like, oh, I didn't eat almost all day. What is happening? And that is the phase that occurs. And some people feel like, oh, well, if I don't eat, oh gosh, I'll be sick, oh, I ain't gonna make it. That's not true. That is false. That is fiction. So next thing is we have Coach T. Looks like he up. Yeah.
Yeah. Kiki, Coach Chef Kiki, tell us your why. Tell us your why. And we want to hear it. Because
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna share that. Each of our why.
so Coach T said about what helps you and what hurts you, right? So sugar hurts me. And it hurt probably a lot of us. It hurts me to the point that I was sick, psoriasis that came out of nowhere, which I don't even know where it came from, right? But it took for a doctor when I was in the emergency room because I was in the hospital going back and forth for 3 months. And I ended up getting a rare form of psoriasis. Erythrodermal psoriasis, what it's
I
called.
remember that.
3% of the people get it. So from head to toe, I was covered in like scales. It was like, they said how many, 3rd-degree burn?
Like a 3rd-degree burn.
Like a 3rd-degree burn.
Slough like a skin, slough like a snake's skin.
So I was sick. I was really sick. And I'm like, you know what, this is ridiculous. I still kept my spirits up because it's how I am. But when you're so used to doing things your way, like my friends know, if we go out to eat, I'm gonna give you something to drink, some lemonade. I'll drink sugar all day. And
Shelly Temple.
anyway. But what happened was it took for a doctor, and she came in, Dr. Soro, and she said something to me that stuck with me to this day. And that's one because at the time, like I was pushing like 370 something pounds. And she said to me, she was like, "You're suffocating yourself." And I said, "What?" And I said, "Just like that, what?" Because I don't know who she thinks she's talking to, but what? And she said, "You're suffocating yourself. And if you want to live and you want your skin to breathe, you know what you need to do." And when she said that to me, it kind of stuck in my mind, like, okay, let me get my life all the way together because I'm still young. Let me get it together and let me see what's really going to happen. So that made me go March the 25th, 2020 is when I decided to get on a health journey to lose weight. I started with ketogenic. Like I was saying, that's why I have a group called Let's Get Knowledge. But with the keto world, it's where I dropped 100 pounds, right? Easy, quick, done. What also happened was they started looking at my psoriasis getting under control, right? Looking at, I didn't ever have any blood pressure issues, but obviously when your body's inflamed, you're going through everything, they try to put you on all kinds of medications. I refuse to get on medications. So then, fast forward, came into this protocol, right? Now, mind you, like I said, I suffer from psoriasis.
Tell the truth, say the devil.
I'm telling you. So, my mama, which happens to be right here, she always has something going on. And it's never nothing negative. It's always positive. So that's one thing she's gonna do. She's gonna bring positivity. But I kept seeing her with this football. This. I'm like, what is going on?
She doing?
What is going on? You need to get on it. You need to get on it. You have to need to talk like, you know what? After somebody kind of do like this to you, like a little gnat, I think she's gnat. But y'all know, she's doing this to me like, you know what? Let me try. But she hit me with the 90-day money back guarantee this bill. So they kind of, I was like, well, so if this don't work, you don't want it back. Okay, cool. So let's try. So I did. What ended up happening was, yeah, the scale started going down. Which I'm like, all right, cool. But then when I went to my doctor, right? And I went to my doctor was like, Miss Wade, whatever you're doing, keep doing it because your labs are perfect, right? My glucose is great, my sugar is good, but then the one thing that I could never get rid of was this darn medication for this psoriasis.
Expensive medication.
And I guess what y'all, I'm not on the medication. I take my and it feels good. It's a biological. You better be on biological. They say once you're on biological, you're on your life. It's just no way to get off of it because it's controlling you. And from having psoriasis is called littlefied because that's what it does. It inflames you. And that's what it was doing to me. So to be able to stand here and tell you I take 0 medications, you feel me? I'm still on my weight loss journey. I still eat what I want to eat, but I feel good. You know me? I know I look good. I ain't worried about that. Look. Still no but. And the end of the day, that's my why. And with that, from being able to see what was hurting me to now what's helping me, I've chosen to help other people. And that's what I do. So when I say because I coach to give information to you, my personal journey, to let you know that I'm a real person, right? I'm not getting paid to do this. But then also, I'm giving you $1. But anyway, besides that, it's just to see people out here and on the social world, let them know that you can do this. You know, it's not easy. If somebody tells you this is cakewalk, that means they lying to you. It's not easy. But when you have a group of people around you, that's one thing I can say about this Unicity group. Any questions, concerns, I can literally text a doctor right now.
Right.
I can literally call a coach, you know, and they help me to go through this journey. So hopefully it touched somebody's spirit today. And if y'all want to come to the office, y'all can. I'll do all solid.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, Chef Kiki, she's an excellent baker too. She's been specializing lately in sugar-free
Yes.
desserts.
Right.
Yes, yes.
That's another time. My why is, and I'm gonna be quick and I'm gonna pass it over to Coach T. First, I guess being in the health community for 4 decades, really, I transcribed medical reports, probably millions of them. People are always sick. So I saw the sickness all around. Not being a nurse, the nurse actually touched it. I was able to see it through. So you go to the doctor issues you a report. Head, tell you, examines you, issue meds, tell you what diet daddy had, what mama had. Maybe you're gonna have it because it's just gonna pass on. And after I guess the evolution of voice recognition, where everything now is voice, I decided I'm going to go ahead and still help people. I wanted to see people be helped. So even with myself being diagnosed as pre-diabetic, I said I got to do something that's going to help me to keep my weight. It's my mom, God bless her. She's 92 years old, and she would always say, "I refuse to be old and fat." And I think that probably had something to do with my why too, because she never let me not know that I couldn't gain weight. So that's one reason why. And then my other why is not only to help myself, to help my husband, which he has a testimony to being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. We're hoping real soon to see that he will be coming off his meds. He's coming off a couple of meds already, but his blood levels, his blood sugars, his triglycerides, his A1C dropped 4 points, and starting this Unicity, which was another why for me. And I just want to help people. I want to see people be healthy. My weight has come down. I haven't gained the weight back. I'm still on the mission to lose more. My levels have come down as far as my labs too. That's why. And when I see that happening, I'm like, hey, this works. So I'm here to make a difference. I'm here to eradicate disease, especially with people that look like me. We're top of the charts for being unhealthy, and that's my passion. I don't want to see anybody die. And last week, I believe my biggest why too, when I saw my father, before he left this earth in '94, both of his legs were amputated. He had diabetes. He lost his sight first at 87. Then one leg was amputated and the other. And on my watch, nobody's gonna lose limbs. Because I'm gonna tell the world, everybody y'all out on social media, you've experienced it. Anybody that's amputated, that's not a happy sight. Nobody wants to lose their limbs. So we're on a mission. I'm on a mission. Coach Kim is gonna tell everybody their farm. This product works. It's plant-based, it's healthy, and we're here to make a difference. We're here to eradicate disease, and I'm gonna pass it over to Coach Chief.
You can hold on to the mic. Y'all can hear me, right? Y'all can hear me out there, right? Arkansas, Arizona, y'all can hear me. I believe that a picture is worth 1,000 words. And so we've been showing y'all pictures all morning long. We've been showing you pictures of what bad looks like. We've been showing you how the solution can help you. We've been showing you people, real people. These are real people, especially those first three up there, because they're right here in this room. But these are all people that have tried what we are introducing to you today, and they are showing a difference. So I told you guys earlier that I am diabetic. And Coach Kimmy told you that she's pre-diabetic. I got this diagnosis in 2019, and I've been fighting this battle ever since. But at my highest weight, it was September 2024. Now I'm 5'3". That's all I'm gonna tell you right now. How much do you think I weighed in September of 2024? Anybody? Throw out a number. How much? 250.
300.
300. Nah, I didn't get that. I'm close. 250. I'm closer to 250. At my highest weight in 2024, 5'3" now. 5'3", I'm supposed to be like 185 tops. I was 221 pounds. 5'3", 221 pounds. But that's not the important thing, because I wore it well. You know, I had nice food. So, you know, I was looking good. Nobody knew that that number exists. But as I said to you guys earlier, it's what's on the inside that was the problem. There's this other acronym, A1C. Talks about your sugar level, talks about how bad your insides might be. My A1C in 2024, in order for you not to be diabetic, you have to be less than 5.7. So next time you go get your labs, ask them about your A1C. Less than 517, you're good. Mine was 7.7. So what else was I experiencing? I was experiencing high blood pressure. Every time I go to the doctor, you know, 120/84 is normal. But I was like 140, 145. The lower number was 90 instead of 80. So I was in an issue. But I also said, what you see on the outside. My neighbor's here in the room. And I didn't ask him anything about this, but he'll probably think and see. Most of the time when I would walk out of the house, go into my car, my shirt was up like this. I was trying to hide. I had these same pants back in September of 24, and they fit snug. Why? Why? Y'all see? I didn't have the belt then. I had to buy the belt because the belt I had no longer worked for me anymore. Because I started this. I started the protocol. I started the 2 packets plus the intermittent fasting. From September to 2024 at my highest weight, I got introduced to Unicity in November. Now, y'all probably think I'm crazy, because what usually happens in November? Thanksgiving. You thank, and you show your thankfulness by eating. And I love my ham, I love turkey, I love collard greens, I love my cornbread. But I started Unicity 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. And I said, all right, Unicity, this is supposed to work. Let me see it actually work. I didn't think it was going to work. I saw that a 90-day guarantee. I'm going to start it right before Thanksgiving. It ain't going to work. I'm going to get my money back, and I'm going to. Y'all, that ain't what happened. I started it right before Thanksgiving. Went right into Christmas. Went right into New Year's. Came down here to March 2024. And how much do you think I weigh now? How much? 175. Come on, keep throwing them out there. I heard 180. I heard 175.
I think I know the answer, but I can't say that.
You think you know the answer? Yeah. I'm loving y'all. I'm really loving those. Because I'm going to keep it real. It's not one of those numbers that you said. But that means God ain't done with me yet.
Well,
Okay, right? But right now, I'm going to push this picture up. And I'm going to open this up. And can you just read that number?
199.
Can you say it loud? Now, this was this morning. 199. be to town from September to March, just because of this. But wait, there's more. My A1C,
What is?
which is supposed to be here,
Yeah.
which was 7.7 in September 2024. I went to the doctor 2 days ago, and that number came from 7.7 down to, come on, give me the 6.6. Now, I clap for myself. A full number drop in my A1C just because I decided to take 2 packets today and some intermittent fast. Did anyone hear me say workout?
No.
You didn't hear me say gym?
No.
No.
Okay, because I did.
Yeah.
I didn't do nothing. I ate at Thanksgiving. I ate at Christmas.
Okay.
I ate at New Year. And then I started doing a little better from January to March. And I didn't start doing it because I wanted to do it. I started doing it because I started feeling better. And it just became natural. Say natural.
Natural.
I didn't have to do anything quick, microwave. I didn't have to get on a roller coaster. This line didn't go up and down. This line went down. And it continues to go. And so I can show you better than I can tell you. Okay? And if you stick and stay and you find a way to give this a try, then you may not have my results, but you will have some results. And we don't call this a diet, we call it a lifestyle. So from September to March, that's just the journey. March wasn't the destination. It's still part of the journey. And that's why we're going to continue to work on this. Okay? So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But why? What's your why? What's hurting you? Are you having bad labs? Are you suffering from sugar, pre-diabetes or diabetes? Are you suffering from psoriasis? Are you suffering from weights that you just can't get rid of? What's hurting you? How can we help you go from what hurts you to what's helping you? Where you can have good carbs, where you can start helping your family, where no more lost limbs or no more bad labs, or you can be losing weight. If you are ready to start today to go from just feeling good to feeling great, then we invite you to join and get back with the person who invited you today, and let's help you start your journey to feel great too.
Are there any questions for us? Any questions?
I love that question.
That's a good question.
Get right to the point, yeah.
It is $159. Now we do it because you got a 3-month, a 90-day money back guarantee. There is $159, and you have everything that we share with you for the 3 months. And then when you refer anyone, you also get an additional, like a $10, they give you $10 towards your next purchase. All right?
Correct. And if you do not do the 3 months, right?
Yeah.
If you do it month by month, it's 159 plus tax. The boxes are here. We're actually at the office.
Yes.
Where you can purchase it, so you don't have to worry about ordering and waiting for a shipment to come in. And you start today if you want to. But the cost, like I tell people, I think I gotta work on social media. So I have some people that take the injections, right? And they're paying $150 a week, sometimes $300 a week. When you think about the medications that you're taking, when you think about that lace front that you gotta get for that birthday party, you paying $250, $300. So if you can invest $159 into your health for 30 days, I just feel like that's a win-win.
It is.
Absolutely.
It really is.
So people think it's astronomical when they hear us talking about, oh my gosh, I love that question. I was like, somebody gonna ask you
Yeah.
how much it costs. It does not cost our money.
It's actually $5.99 a day.
Yeah.
When you add
You
it out.
add it out.
And if you drink like the SBE, or if you take those sweetened coffees every day, I don't know how much they cost, but I don't drink them. But what they like,
$8 to
$8.
$11.
No, I'm good. But they cost, so it's equivalent if you compare.
Or even if you go and get breakfast every day.
Yeah.
So one box is for one person.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
And if the box finished, that's for one person.
yes.
And real quickly, you talked about costs. I'd like to talk about this thing called opportunity costs. Opportunity costs. You have the opportunity today, and there's a lot of women here in this live with us here today, and I'm sure there's some watching us on the live stream as well. It's Women's History Month.
Yes, yes.
So let me speak to those women first. Women, you have the opportunity today to do something to improve your health today, so that 1 month from now, you'll be making your own history.
Yes.
You'll be able to talk about where you went from today to where you are 30 days from now, 60 days from now, 6 months from now. And then maybe we'll be putting your picture, your before and after up here. So that's the opportunity for you today. Now, I'm going to give some clap because we have some women's history, but when you think about most men, and I'm talking about myself today, you might as well call it Men's Mystery Month. Because most men, we don't know our numbers.
Yes.
Most men, we don't go to the doctor and the ambulance takes us to the emergency room.
Absolutely.
And then you get there, they test you for what they brought you in, and then you find out your A1C is high, your cholesterol is high. I just talked to one of my good colleagues this week. He just found out he had stage 3 cancer in his bladder because he wasn't going to the doctor. He found out once they did his labs that not only did he have stage 3 bladder cancer, he was diabetic. That's something he could have found out a long time ago. So it wouldn't have been a mystery that you just find out. So men, you have the opportunity today to also make history next month by just starting something simple. Something so super simple, you can do it in your sleep. I mentioned to you guys that I was skeptical about the intermittent fasting. It hit me up to something that I was already doing. Most nights I get 6 to 8 hours of sleep. During that 6 to 8 hours, I ain't eating, I ain't drinking. So automatically, if you just go to sleep, you're fasting. Your body is picking off what you already have. But now, if you just do one little thing on top of that over the next 30 days, skip breakfast. Skip that hour or two that you might spend preparing breakfast, eating breakfast, recovering from breakfast. Now you're going from 6 to 8 hours to 8 to 10 hours of fasting. What time did somebody tell me what time do you eat lunch? Throw out the number. 12. So if you get that 6 to 8 hours, then you skip breakfast. That's 8 to 10 hours. And then you add on 2 more hours to make it to lunchtime. You've done 12 hours. And that mind shift is what really has helped me. The tea has helped, the balance has helped, but it's really just changing the way I thought and looked at what I was doing in my life. I started this in November. Didn't think I could do the fasting. Didn't think I could do 12 hours. I've done not only 12 hours, but at least 6 times since November to now. I've been able to go from 18 to almost 20 hours. Because of this. Yeah, I'm about my own color. I don't need that stuff. And that mindset, there's a statement that says, everything is impossible until it's done. Everything is impossible until it's done. I thought fasting was impossible until I did it. And now my mind says, I've done it, so I can do it again. That's right. My mind says, I've done it 8 hours, now I can do 10. I did 10, now I can do 12. That's right. It's just that committed consistency is what I like to call it. This is the tool but you still have to do the work. We're not gonna sugarcoat anything. This is
Right.
not a microwave, this is not a diet, this is not instant gratification. There's still the element of you that's gonna be involved. That's why my results might be different from your results. Because you might decide that I can do 20 hours a day.
That's my goal,
Yeah.
to do longer.
So-
Some do 34 hours.
Yeah.
They've done it. They don't-
So we're not gonna talk you. We gave you the information, which was the most important reason why we were here. You take the information, do with it what you will. We're going to end the official part of this presentation, but we'll be around for a few more minutes for anyone who wants to ask questions, anyone who wants to get look at the slides more, or more importantly, anyone who's ready to get started today.
And then for those, I'm sorry, I'm behind everybody. If you want to taste it, to see, I have samples right here for you to just come and grab so you can taste it and see how it is. Like you were saying earlier, you can have it hot or you can have it cold.
Yes.
And it's a sip, remember, you sip all throughout the day. You don't.
Right.
Sip.
So this is what you'll be sampling is the unimate. This is the tea. The balance is the fiber-rich 7 different fibers that is in this one package to help you before your big meals. And the beautiful thing about it is the tea comes in different flavors. As I said earlier, it comes in lemon ginger, and then they have apple spice, which is seasonal right now. So unless there's any other questions you want to ask us right now, we thank you guys for coming, and we invite you to go to the back of the table and take some of the samples. All right? Thank you, guys. You guys out there in social media, thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Wherever you are in the world today, you know what we say. Don't just make it a great day, but let's start all feeling great now,
Yes.
and then you can make it an unstoppable day. Take care.
That one may ask, do I have to take this for the rest of my life? That's the question. Ask the question. If there's no, you can reach your goal and you don't have to take it. But if something that makes you feel good and it's helping you and you come off your medication, because people have, they come off medication. Honestly, like he's a witness of coming off his meds. And he can eat dirty sometimes. You know, you can still eat dirty. But what's in it, the plant-based actually helps. So why not take something that's gonna help you to stay healthy as opposed to having to take medication? So if y'all have any other questions, we can go back and grab your cup. Anyone else? Or make you I don't want to lose anybody with any questions. This is our University office. We're gonna plan on having more events. We're gonna have events. We're gonna invite, bring your church, bring your whoever.
So if I do